today on the channel. Should you get into hotshot trucking? So, really, I think there's 3 areas that will bring down a truck. Okay? 3 areas. First, financial. Second, physical. Third, mental. There you go. So, these are the 3 areas that I really think can take someone down, right? Financial, physical, mental. And it's going to be too much for one video, so I'm splitting this up into 3 videos. Okay? And we're going to cover each one individually. Okay? So today, I want to cover physical. Okay? And what I mean by physical, right? This is what can really slow you down. This is what can really put you out of business. This is what will determine if you should even get into hotshot trucking. Physical. Are you young? Are you healthy? Because what happens is, one, if you're debating on whether you should get into hotshot trucking or not, and you can't even get a medical card, well, that's obvious. You can't hotshot without a medical card, so you got to go get that. So, one is, are you healthy? Can you get a medical card? Okay, let's say you can. Good job. Can you sit in this seat for hours a day and not have back pain? Can you sleep on a terrible mattress, right, in an uncomfortable back seat and not wake up sore every morning? Because this job is hard. And if you have aches and pains and things that are maybe of screws or plates or whatever, it gets even more hard when you have health problems. Okay? So let's say, and usually that's correlated with age, right? So if you're young, you're healthy, most of the time, you know, just depends on whatever. Okay? Are you massively overweight? Guys, I'm not trying to be mean, but this job is exponentially more difficult if you're overweight, on diabetes, and like exponentially more difficult. Are you accident prone? Right? Do you have like scrapes and stuff? Are you dropping things? Are you like kind of clumsy? This is really hard when you're like, if you're like that. This job becomes harder. So understand that health plays a major role. Right? This is what we're talking about. Physical. Plays a major role in determining or helping you determine whether or not you should get into hotshot trucking. Major role. And sometimes if you're unhealthy, if you're scrawny, little, like if you're really, really weak and you can't pick up a tarp or stuff like this, like, dude, I'm sorry, man, it's just not for you. This is hard work. You know what I mean? If you can't pick up a 90-pound tarp, I don't know. If you got back problems or your elbow is falling apart because you ruined it while you were a little younger, this might not be for you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't want you to be another statistic. And that's what happens. When people aren't prepared in one of these 3 categories, they fail. And health is a big one, okay? Let me give you more examples. Let's say you have to be home every other week or once a month to go get a prescription. That may fall on a date that's inconvenient. That date may fall to go refill your prescription somewhere that it'll be too hard to do. It'll cost you too much money because you got to haul a crappy load somewhere where you don't want to go just so that you can drive by the house. Now, this is where you'll have to be like, this is why when people ask me, should I get into hotshot trucking? It's kind of like, well, I don't know your situation. You could do short haul, you could do long haul, but figure yourself out. But start with these 3 things. Go through these 3 things. Physically, how are you doing? Financially, how are you doing? Mentally, how are you doing? And so we're going to cover those 3, but this is what I want to say for physically, right? Just keep that in mind. Am I healthy? Am I young? Is my back hurting every morning I wake up? Do I have migraines all the time? Because when you're having a bad day in hotshot trucking, right? Let's say you're having a bad day on the road. Like I got these blisters, right, on my hands. I was ratcheting too much and it just wore the blister out and I picked the blister. So, in a situation like this, right, with blisters, it's not a major problem. However, hotshot trucking, here's where health really comes in. Here's where being somewhat smart and careful, not being accident prone comes in, because I don't have health insurance through this. I'm self-employed. I don't have health insurance through this job. And my expenses are already high enough with all the overhead. I already work so hard. The last thing I'd want to do is have something slow me down physically. Whether it be the flu, whether it be, you know what I mean? Whether it be blisters like this because I keep cutting this one open because I move my hand, So, be really, really smart and diligent and careful when it comes to physical health. I look silly jogging from the parking lot to the truck stop, but I do. Now, is it a lot? Is it a big old difference? No. But I jog all the time. Every time I go to the truck stop, I'm doing this small little like a half-baked sprint. You know what I mean? Why? Because at the end of the day, a little bit of activity is better than no activity. We sit enough. So health is super, super, super important. And it plays a vital role in deciding whether you should get into hotshot trucking. If you need monthly medication, if you're sick, if you can't lift tarps, if you're like massively obese, I don't think I can recommend hotshot trucking for you. You're going to get into a ton of debt. It's going to be a lot of work, and you'll just be another failed statistic. And I don't want that. So let me know what you think about these 3. Maybe there's going to be another one that we'll have to add. I don't know. I do think these 3 play a massive vital role because I've noticed that I messed up on 2 of them, right? Luckily, I've been extremely healthy. I've been so fortunate with my health overall. I've never had broken bones. I've been most of the time just I had a boring childhood upbringing and whatnot. So I've been really, really fortunate with my health. And so all I knew these entire 3.5, almost 4 years now, all I've ever known is just work hard and do your best. You know what I mean? But I've been healthy the entire time. All right, last little piece of news, really quick, is I also put on my website, you can now go to towpiglet.com and buy the $20 1 hour consultation or 1 hour conversation, whichever. I think it's called consultation. But you can buy that online on my website right now, okay? So if you don't have a Cash App account, I know that, or maybe you don't like Twitter, so obviously because the CEO of Twitter made Cash App, I believe, is the CEO of Cash App. So if you don't like Jack Dorsey, I think is his name. So if you don't like him, or you don't like Twitter in general, or you don't want to put up with Cash App at all, totally fine. You can go to the website. I believe you can pay with a card or a PayPal. I'm not sure exactly because I haven't done it. But so that's the only other update that I've been working, making the website. And so now you can buy for $20. You can go buy there. And again, Guys, I respond to emails for free. Like, we'll have to look how many emails I've responded to. I think it's over 500 emails so far, okay? In the, 6 months I've been doing it? So, that's not bad. And that's 500 different emails. Each one has a thread, you know what I mean? So, I want you guys to understand that this is specifically for the people that are like already like in it. They already started and they just need some help with the last couple like decisions or whatever. So, and so if that's not for you, you want to just send me an email, go ahead. I will do my best to get to it. Tons of people I respond to, so that's totally fine. But if you have a like immediate question that you need some help on, it's not a strict 1 hour thing. It's like, I want you guys to be happy when you call me up. When you pay your $20 and I call you up on the phone, I want you guys to be as happy as possible. I want to answer all of your questions, okay? So, and if that takes an hour and 10, an hour 50, it doesn't matter. If that takes 2 phone calls, totally fine, okay? So this is an absolutely flexible hour, but it may be split up, it may, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. The goal is to get the person that's calling or that I'm talking on the phone to get you, right? You're the person on the phone. I want to get you to the best possible place with all your questions answered the best way possible, like as much as I know how. And so I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you guys think about these 3 categories? Is there one I'm missing or something like that? And we're going to keep this 3-part series going. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.